Rev up your engines!
Well, no shock to me, but shock to lots of other people. Tesla used car prices are falling at 3 times the rate of the rest of the market. Yes, used cars are starting to come down. Used Teslas, their prices are falling 3 times as fast percentage-wise. No surprise there. Hertz has all those Teslas. They're getting rid of their rental Teslas. So guess what? That's going to make the market go down because there's used ones out there. And since he's not able to sell all of his new models, the Cybertruck was a giant failure. Got to start dropping the prices of his new cars. When the price of new cars go down, the price of used cars go down too. And there was that fantasy time where people were actually paying more for used Teslas than new ones because they weren't enough. Well, those days are long gone. Now, the Tesla prices are dropping like a stone. Hey, maybe if you're thinking about getting one, if you can get one dirt cheap, what the heck? Maybe you can get one dirt cheap, save yourself a bunch of money. I personally wouldn't buy one, but if the price was low enough, hey, if I could get one that actually ran for like $5,000, I'd probably go out and get it just so I could make videos with it and try it out in town, driving it around. What the heck? So if you were those people that bought a Tesla and thought, oh, whoa, I'm going to make money selling this, those days are long gone. Well, Tesla stock is plunging again. No surprise it could drop for a 9th straight week. Now, there's all kinds of reasons, of course, for it. For example, they just did a survey in Germany, and it said that 94% of Germans will not buy a Tesla because of Musk's political antics. Now, I guess they didn't like that Sieg Heil, makes the Germans look bad. They're trying to forget about old Adolf, right? We are not going to buy the cars of the man doing the salute. It makes us look bad. But for all kinds of reasons, the yuppies in the United States, same thing. They're saying, hey, I don't like his right-wing politics. Running about the car. But a lot of it has to do with saturation of the electric car market. He used to be the only game in town. He isn't anymore. And the people who are the first users of new technology, they've already bought them. And as for example, in California, 20% of the people who bought electric cars in California said they'll never buy another car. Next car, they're going to get a gasoline car. So things aren't looking that good for old Tesla. Their stock keeps dropping and dropping. Well, another luxury car company is announcing job cuts. Audi's. Because people aren't buying as much. And a lot of it is Chinese aren't buying them. Chinese aren't buying Mercedes either. Chinese make their own luxury brands now. Why should they buy German stuff, right? Well, Audi's been in a pickle for quite some time now, for a few years. I've read many articles that I agreed with guys who say things like, there's really no point in buying an Audi. What are they even for? There's other more luxurious cars. There's ones that cost less and perform well. And, why would you buy an Audi? You can get a Volkswagen a lot cheaper than Audi. It's the same company, people. They share all the technology. Why pay the extra money for an Audi, right? Unless you want to be a snob. Well, it turns out that they're going to cut 5% of their workforce because their fourth quarter losses surged 400%. They lost 400% more money this fourth quarter than last fourth quarter from the year before. 7,500 jobs are going to be cut. I personally would never buy an Audi. I think they're just money pits, overpriced money pits. I'm a mechanic. I know how they break down. I always get people coming to me, Scotty, I want to buy this used Audi. I got it real cheap. I said, yeah, you know why you're getting it real cheap? Check the list price. Maybe that thing was $65,000 new, right? And now it's going for only 10 or 12. Yeah, well, there's reasons why. Because they're endless money pits. That's why. They're having problems now. No surprise. The world is not going to keep buying these luxury cars just because they got a name. People are starting to wise up, and it's a big deal that their sales are completely tanking in China because China is now the #1 auto market in the world. Well, the police are now warning us that the Kia boys are back. You remember, people were stealing Kias because they found out they had a whole bunch of them that didn't have immobilizer keys, so you could just break in and steal the car. And now Kia's done things like they say, we'll try to help, we'll try to do, you can put a club, you can do this. Well, of course, a lot of people who own them haven't done that, right? So these kids still think they can steal them, so they break the window. And even if it was done, the window's broken, they broke your steering wheel. What a pain in the butt, right? And the police say they're still back at it, these Kia boys. So if you do own a Kia, Here's my advice. Put a little sign on the dash when you have it parked that says, this Kia now has an immobilizer system. You can't steal it, so don't break my window. Because they're not going to get anything out of it. They can't steal the car, but they don't know they can't steal the car. That's why you want to tell them. Back in the day, before all cars had burglar alarms, we used to put signs on the car, on the windows. It would say this car is protected by this alarm system. Right now, everybody has them. I played the game when I was in Houston decades ago. I just went to Radio Shack, which I guess doesn't exist anymore. I got a little red LED and I stuck it on all my cars. So they'd see it at night, the red LED would be blinking, and they'd, oh, it's got an alarm. I won't steal that car. I'll go to the next one, right? I mean, most cars have alarms now, but in those days they didn't. The whole thing is you want to keep people from stealing your car, from breaking in, and the best way of doing it is warn the people. Oh, this car now has an immobilizer. You can't steal it. Please don't break my window. Then you don't have to worry about somebody breaking the window, then breaking your steering column, and that can cost you hundreds, if not over $1,000 to fix. Keep them from trying to break in the first place. Well, if you want a safe vehicle, the 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe earned the IIHS Top Safety Pick, saying it's the safest one out there. Now, the hilarious thing is, in two areas it didn't excel, even though they picked as the top. One of them was, believe this or not, this is kind of idiotic testing that's done on these things. They say, the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, these are the people that do the ratings, they say that the lower ankles of the middle seat belts are harder to get to. Why you would rate a car poorly because such of a stupid thing, right? I mean, it really makes you wonder at the whole rating systems. For example, some of these ratings are head-on crashes. Head-on crashes don't occur all that much anymore. On a highway, they're all divided highways. You ever notice you get on a highway, they usually have a fence in the middle so one side can't hit the other? Head-on collisions are nothing like it used to be. When I was young, they happened all the time because most of the highways had either 3 lanes, the middle was passing for both sides, or just 2 lanes. And when you passed, you had to go in the other lane. They didn't have 2, 3-lane highways going all over the place. Now they do. The importance of head-on collisions, that isn't as big of a deal as it used to be. Still, they're rating these things as being safe. If you're worried about safe, you might look into the safety thing, though. I do kind of wonder about how they do it if they say, well, you know, the seat belts are kind of hard to get to pull on. What, everybody's getting so out of shape that they can't move over to put a seat belt on? It's got to be in front of them and drop on them? Are people getting that weak? Well, here's an interesting technological find. They say there's now a buried fortune in the coal ash landfills. $8.4 billion in rare earths. Well, if you don't know, coal ash landfills are what's left after they burn the coal. They got all these giant piles of stuff. They don't know what to do with it, right? Well, now, a study estimates that U.S. coal ash contains 11 million tons of rare earth elements. Because when you burn the coal, a lot of stuff comes out. Some of it's radioactive. They've studied it, and they found out that there is all kinds of things in there. Now, you got to realize, this is probably no different than when they mine gold. They get tons and tons of rock to get a little tiny bit of gold, right? So if they go through this coal ash to get all these rare minerals, they're going to have to go through a lot of waste, because it's not like you reach in, oh, look, there's a whole bunch of lithium in there. No, it's going to be tiny bits, and they're going to have to mine it all out, and then they're going to have to refine it. But a study by the University of Texas in Austin said, believe it or not, there's $8.4 billion worth of essential elements that we need to build things with. So maybe trash is treasure. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Well, they got all this coal ash, they might as well do something with it. That's where I kind of laugh about this recycling crap that people try to pull. If it's not economically feasible to do, throw it in a giant pile, right? Then 100, 200 years from now, maybe they'll have machinery. Look, we're going to mine the old waste dumps, the old giant mounds. They can mine them and get the stuff out. They'll do it more efficiently then. So, hey, nothing wrong maybe with putting it in a big pile and sorting it out later. Well, here's some payback hilarity, right? Big Hollywood stars now are begging Donald Trump for help. In the past, some of them called him a pig, a petty dictator, but now they're asking for help from Donald Trump because he's saying he's going to invest $500 billion in AI. And of course, the Hollywood people don't like AI because guess what? The actors can be replaced by AI actors. Well, they're all mad in Hollywood because they think they're going to lose their jobs. And they whine about creativity and all this stuff, right? I find it hilarious. They call the guy a pig and a swine, right? And then, oh, Donald, please don't do this. Think he's going to care, especially Donald Donald Trump. Kind of shows you the idiots that are in Hollywood, right? All I got to say is they're whining about AI. Okay, you get these Hollywood stars, overpaid, absurd people. They get paid millions for making some stupid movie, right? I mean, they don't even write the movie. They just act, they read the lines that they're told to read. But they're all whining now. Oh, Donald, please don't take our Hollywood jobs. Well, you think he cares? One iota? Of course he doesn't. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.